screaming and waving at us. And, you know, we gave them what we could. We stood there for a long time, so they gave them a lot of food. But we heard they were eating onion sandwiches, so the food was pretty bad.
When we was out there on the boat, they said we had to stop, so we had to give them some food and stuff off of our boat because they couldn't get anything to eat or anything. So we didn't mind stopping, letting them get something to eat. But I think that they should have did a little more than giving them something to eat, though. You know, that's the way I feel that they should have did. By them stopping like that, they couldn't really use the toilet. They couldn't go to, It was a mess. 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 Because they were saying that we had to give them water. They couldn't go to the bathroom, had smell on their board and stuff. So it was awesome. But we was pretty good with ours, though. They cut our trips on because of them. But it was a good thing, you know, to help them out and stuff. I didn't mind that. That was all right. Because all the boats had to help.
The sparkling city on the sea, known as the fun ship,
There's people that haven't been in touch with their families. It's a bad scenario, but it's an experience. It's a bad scenario, it's an experience. It's a bad scenario, it's an experience. We seen them lower the lifeboats, put supplies on it, bring it to the other boat, come back. We were stopped for a good 6 or 7 hours.
Which made our boat have to go fast to get us. What did you see? Were you able to see anything on the other boat?
Everybody out on deck. Everybody was out on deck, and you can only see like certain lights on because it was running by one generator.
Right now, Julie Hare is on board the crippled Carnival Triumph. She's joining us on the phone right now. Julie, how are you doing?
We're making it.
Well, we did. So it was awesome.
What's it been like?
Miserable and just probably the worst time in our life. We've had to put a lot of faith in God.
Have you had enough food, enough water, enough medicine if you need medicine?
Yes, sir. The first day we had tomato sandwiches, and I hate tomatoes.
But we heard they were eating onion sandwiches, so the food was pretty bad.
but they have tried. The Carnival crew has tried their very best to take care of us. You're right there. But it's just been very hard, you know, to satisfy. People are coming up there and just getting tons of food, just grabbing it just because they're worried about getting food.
We're showing our viewers, Julie, we're showing our viewers pictures from a helicopter that's flying over. We have a helicopter flying over. They're sending out, I don't know where you are. Are you on one of the upper decks? Are you outside? Are you inside?
On the upper deck in the back left corner. I have a pink jacket on. I have a pink jacket on. I have a pink jacket on. My sister Robin, she has a white robe on with a red bag. My niece Brianna has a blue jean jacket on. My niece Brooklyn has a white robe on, and my daughter Juliana has a pink coat on with a black skirt. And we're all standing on the back deck, waiting.
And you're waiting to get off. All right, we're going to see if we can find you up there as well, Julie. How old is your daughter?
She's 12.
How old is your daughter?
She's 12.
How old is your daughter?
She's 12.
How old is your daughter?
She's 12 years old, and she was on Fox News this morning.
How's she doing?
She's doing fine.
How's she doing?
She's doing fine.
How's she doing?
She's doing fine.
And so what are you going to
Well, she busted out crying yesterday. We were in the middle. She's in a Bible quizzing tournament for next week, this coming weekend, and she busted out crying right there in the middle of quoting. And I said, Juliana, let's just keep quoting. So we started quoting. We looked down. The next verse was, cast your burden upon the Lord because He cares for you. And it's just neat because she's never had a burden before. Yeah. And now she's known that the Lord can help through it. And it's been a trial. It's definitely been a trial. We've really had to face a lot of obstacles and things that we didn't know, how it was going to end up. I mean, we didn't know.
Julie, let me interrupt for a second. I think we're seeing you now. You're wearing the red jacket. Somebody was just dancing in front of you. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Who's dancing?
That's Brooklyn. Brooklyn was dancing.
All right. So if you turn the other way, Julie, if you turn the other way, you'll see a helicopter. You'll see us. Now keep turning. There we are. Okay. Now you're looking right at us. Okay, you can wave.
Now we see you waving.
Who do you want to say hi to on shore? Because they might be watching you right now.
Okay, who all do we say hi to? Everybody say hi. John, I love you so much.
Creation attacks the world of man.
Joe and Blake, I love y'all. Miss y'all. Thanks for having us first episode. We love you. We love you.
And I'm sure they love you too, all your friends and family. If they're watching CNN right now, Julie, they're seeing you and your entourage over there. And thanks for the nice smiles, the nice waves. It's always good to see happy faces even after an ordeal like this. Where's home for you guys?
We are different places. Me and my daughter Juliana is from Louisiana, Lake Charles, Louisiana. Robin and her daughter Brooklyn are from Carthage, Mississippi, and my niece Brianna Atkins is from Indiana, Noblesville, Indiana.
All right, so walk us through what do you...
With us now by phone, one of the passengers, Brenda Colon, a passenger on board the Triumph that is still stricken. Brenda, before we get to the conditions on board the ship, as I understand it, your aunt was on board, aunt was on board and had to be airlifted out. Can you explain? One doctor described your ship as a floating petri dish of unsanitary conditions, and he said it's ripe for all kinds of bacteria and illnesses, and some of which may not emerge for a week or two, even after the passengers get off. How worried are you about the health risks?
Good morning, Rob and Diana. The ship docked here last night around 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, and soon after we started to see the passengers disembarking, cheering, so excited that their nightmare on board is finally over.
I'm not angry, I'm just so happy to be home, really.
I feel great now, just being off the ship and just being on land. You did have to wait 2 to 3 hours sometimes to get food, and they would gripe at you, or other people would practically cuss you out because you would have multiples, but you're trying to get for your whole cabin, so everybody wasn't standing in line.
The Carnival Triumph was supposed to be a 4-day cruise, but then fire knocked out all 4 engines on Sunday, but then fire knocked out all 4 engines on Sunday, but then fire knocked out all 4 engines on Sunday.
The fire had burned out the ship's main engines, the sparkling city on the sea known as the Fun Sheet. more than 4,000 aboard could only communicate in snippets of text messages. And now the more than 4,000 aboard could only couple so happy to trade a cruise for a bus.
When we got on the bus, we went back.
A cruise for a bus.
When we got on the bus, we went back.
A cruise for a bus.
When we got on the bus, we went back.
but answered very few questions.
I'm sorry, Mr. Thornton. Matt Gutman from ABC News. Thank you for taking the time today. But I wonder if you could take a few more questions, like, do you really